Thanks for logging on to Wayne.com for our first true edition of Comet Hockey Inside the Zone this season.
This may take a half hour.
Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about, but it's all good. That's the thing.
That's
much
fun.
different than where we were at this point last year.
This team's a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's Blake Sebring. I'm Glenn Marini, and when you take a look at what's gone right this season, it's funny because when you go into a statistical breakdown, everything has gone right this season. They are tied for the most goals in the league. Goals allowed, they're tied for the best, and also special teams, #1.
Yeah. And they didn't start that way in the penalty kill. Everybody's griping about the penalty kill. They were 12th, and I think they're, 4th now?
They're moving up.
I mean, it's just amazing how far they've come. And it really struck me the other day. I was talking to Colin Chalk about Larry Sterling, and he's like, you realize there aren't that many guys left who know who Larry Sterling is or was or what he means here. And he's exactly right. There's only like 5 guys left from 2 years ago. That's how much the roster's been turned over.
As far as this team goes, obviously there's been an infusion of new players combined with guys like Nick Boucher, Colin Chalk. Who, in your mind, has really stepped up for this team? Because Brett Smith's going to be playing the All-Star game Wednesday. Yeah. But I think you expected him, and Jesse Benefield, if he wasn't...
How about who hasn't? You know, I mean, and I really mean that. I mean, we didn't know anything about Chris Auger coming in. That guy's amazing. I mean, right now, he's my unsung hero on this team. Because nobody had any clue how good that kid is. Nobody had any clue how good Stefan Thorne is. I said J.M. Risk was going to be really good, and everybody's like, and he's really good, you know. I mean, there are certain guys that you had no idea they were as good as they are. I mean, Dustin Molly has gone leaps and bounds ahead of last year. Bryant Molly has been a wonder at how much he's improved. I mean, it's really... You look at the guys and you're like, Tom Mealy, I mean, my goodness, has that guy gotten better. And they just add so much energy and speed, and you can just suck life off of these young guys because they are so energetic and so positive and just so happy to be here and so happy to be having fun. And it's just like, you can just suck energy off of these guys. And I think that's some of what some of the veterans have done too.
When you take a look at the standings right now, at this point last year, they were starting to make their move. They were starting to get better. The Colin Chalk acquisition, but really a horrible start last season. Kind of the complete opposite right now. I mean, they're in first place, but they're in first place by 6 points. I mean, they have really outdistanced themselves as the class of the Turner Division.
Well, and I'm not convinced yet that the Turner Division is that strong, but I thought of something this weekend. You know, it's kind of funny. We complain a lot about the Comets always playing Bloomington, always playing Dayton, always playing Quad City and Evansville. But it works the other way, too, because those teams know every strength and weakness you have. You know, after playing 3-3 against Dayton, it's like the Comets knew exactly what Dayton was going to do every time they had the puck. Dayton knew exactly what the Comets were going to do whenever they had the puck. So every turnover almost led to a scoring chance immediately. And it's like these teams know each other so well. It's a lot harder than it looks in that way. I mean, the Comets were talking about how, you know, everything. Al was like going to the locker room. He didn't know what to say before a game because it's like they'd gone over the scouting report so much against Dayton. It's like, you know what to do, you know? I mean, it's kind of like a playoff game without that edge to it that you need. And it's kind of what it's gotten to be is these teams know each other so well. It's harder and harder to come up with something new against them.
Well, something new is... Not new, especially with Nick Boucher in goal, but the way they've played on the road this year, and that's really the key to a lot of people win at home, but winning on the road, 11-5 away from the Coliseum. There have been seasons where it seems like they've been a better road team.
Yeah, when they've had 11 wins the whole year, Nick's gotten all of them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But this is very quantifiable.
Alex Kanga's been good on the road. I mean, yeah, it's the defense. They're so much bigger, and they move the puck so much better on defense that the opposing teams don't get to the defenseman as much on the forecheck, and the Comets just strangle the life out of them with their neutral zone trap. If you look at the shots on goal on the road, Comets versus their opponents, it's quite a bit different. It's because they're doing such a good job with team defense, and then they're using the power play. Their power play is ridiculous on the road. It's like 10% better than at home. It's just amazing. They're getting like almost 2 goals a game on the road on the power play. Well, you do that and you keep the shots down, you're going to win 90% of the time.
Nick Boucher. We've already mentioned his name a couple times, but nobody in this league has been better statistically or with the eye test this year than Nick Boucher. What is it about him that has allowed him to step up his game? We've always known him to be a more than competent goalie, one of the best in whichever league they play in, but he's by far the best in the league this year.
He'll tell you he's not stepped up his game. He's just playing the same level. The defense in front of him has been that much significantly better. You know, a lot of fans in the league, and I'm writing about this for Wednesday, they talk about how Nick's not spectacular. But his numbers are spectacular, and it's because his positioning is so good. He doesn't give up a lot of rebounds. He's so calm back there. Everybody else is calm around him. Look at how much better he's done this year controlling the puck behind the net. And he's just done an amazing. It's like he went to school with Kevin Reiter. You know, I mean, he's very, very good.
He didn't get the LASIK, though.
No, but he's very, very good behind his own net. I mean, he's setting up his defense and making it easier for them. He hasn't had to make the spectacular saves because he's just been steady and in position, and he's calm, and he's just confident.
That brings me to the next thing that we want to talk about is behind Nick Boucher, because the number 2 goalie has been a little bit of a question mark because of injuries and whatnot. They obtained Jerry Festa this week from Missouri, or last week I should say, for Llewellyn. Talk about where he plays in, and then with Kangas where he plays in, because Kangas battled hip injuries so far.
Well, I think Festa really impressed the Comets when he played against them. Even though he lost that game, he played really, really well, and I think that was a big thing. And he's not a rookie. He's played for 3 years in the league. He knows the players in this league, and he knows the teams in this league. Kangas is a kid who's got tremendous upside. I mean, I could see Kangas, if depending on how things working out, I could see him maybe filling in for Nick in a couple of years and taking over. I mean, that's what kind of talent Alex has. And he's a very low-spoken, low-key kid, and he's big, and the players really like both of them. I mean, they've only met Jerry for a couple games now, but from everything they've heard about Jerry and everything, and you know, you go on, they're really looking forward to going to Missouri on Sunday, and I'm guessing Jerry will probably play in Missouri on Sunday. And they really want to play well for him there, too.
And it sounds like, from everything I've read, he's a real fan favorite in Missouri. So definitely, I'm sure he's looking forward to that game.
He's different, though. He's very active. He's not like Nick is pretty much straight up, and he's always positionally sound, and he takes away the angles very well. Jerry's always moving. His legs are always moving out there, and it's very interesting to see. He's always got his glove up. I mean, he's very technically sound that way. He's always in position. He's always ready. It's just a little bit different style. It's kind of fun to watch.